we come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Joining me tonight, the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, you continue to surprise me, my man. I didn't know you knew about the Queen City.
All I know is you're the king in that town in the Garden State.
Well, we're going to find out who the king is on the court this evening.
The New York Knicks control the tap.
Pick up.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Layup goes down. Well done.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
What's that cutter? What's the cut?
To Kevin Knox. Fires the three. Kevin Knox forced that one. Well defended. Goes to the right side. George to Leonard. Reggie Bullock. Huge block. Kawhi Leonard. Missed his first. That one goes.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Nothing going here on that drive. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
And the slam.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Yep, I got ball.
To Kevin Knox. 4-3. Yes.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Beverly into the front court. Leads one. Easy pat to the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy two on the other end after the turnover.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
And scores.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Now the Clippers call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Leonard to Beverly. from the painted area won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
It's LA Clippers ball.
I got him.
George to the basket, but it won't go.
My ball, my ball, my ball.
To Kevin Knox. Lets it fly from long range. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. The drive, right to the basket. Hat trick, Beverly. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Hey, shot.
Add 2 points to the board.
Shot, bro.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. I'm here. Hey, match up, match up, match up.
Here comes the screen. Gets it in the right corner. Beverly. His first effort off the mark.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
The pass taken away by the Clippers.
I got ball, I got ball. Pick up, pick
Paul
up,
George
match up.
to Leonard. Here comes the screen.
Told you the screen was coming. Cutter, cutter.
LA with 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard. Count the basket.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2.
Good shot. Get open, get open.
You gotta get up on that.
Block up, block up. Here you go.
Leonard. Julius Randle able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Kevin Knox. The pass set it all up.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
I got ball, I got ball.
George to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Paul George to Beverly. To Kevin Knox. They go down low to Randall. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
George to Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Wide open look won't go.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
To Kevin Knox. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Julius Randle finds a spot with the putback.
Now, while everybody was staring at the fly of the ball on the defensive end, he was busy carving out space, being active, getting that offensive rebound. That's his second offensive rebound in the first quarter.
Almost. Unlucky bounce.
Who gonna do this?
To Kevin Knox. Fires the 3. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. Paul George to Beverly. Hat trick Beverly. He's 3 for 7.
Got jumper.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Here's a chance from long range. He was all over him. Leonard.
I got ball. I got ball.
Terrific vision. George gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, defender pulling the chair.
I got ball. I got ball. I got ball. I got ball.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Get up here, right back to you.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Leonard to George.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
To Leonard. Beverly buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To Marcus Morris. Here comes the screen.
Here it is. Watch that back door.
Fine to shoot to Kevin Knox. Beyond the arc for three. Can't get the bounce. Beverly to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to Paul George.
Look at the post, look at the post. Come on, come on.
Count the basket at the rim.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
My ball, my ball.
To Kevin Knox. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the Clippers have the rebound. Beverly into the front court. Leads just a point. It's PG for 2. The shot almost.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Swings it to Marcus Morris. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Bullock can't connect.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Deep 2 there, won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
George to Miles Bridges. Leonard, they get it to George, down low. Working it outside to Beverly. For 3, not going down here. On the follow, way to stay with it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Runner's good there.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Leonard to Beverly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Knicks with the basketball to Kevin Knox. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. I'm here.
Leonard
I'm here. I got ball.
to George.
Watch that screen. Watch cutter, watch cutter, watch cutter.
Kawhi Leonard, 4 out of 7.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Hey, check up, let's go.
Shot from the lane won't go.
I got ball, I got ball. That's me. I got him, Let's go, let's go.
And the finish at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them...
Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Paul George to Harkless. Curling inside. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Hayden with the basketball. Leads one.
Left.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Hey, watch that back door. I got you. Watch that back door.
Spinning shot won't fall.
Let's go. Pick him up. I got ball.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Mo Harkless. He's got 2 shots coming. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. Nope. First one does not go. Knocks down the second after missing the first. New York in control of the basketball to Marcus Morris. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor. Ellington in a matchup with Harkless. Trying to cash in, can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Bobby Portis trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. LA Clippers with the basketball.
I got ball.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Sizing up the defense. Here comes the screen. Harkless, guarded by Taj Gibson. Williams to Harkless. Fires the 3. Can't connect. Lou Williams. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Here comes the screen. Ivica Zubac pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Williams across the timeline. They trail by 1. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the assist.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Payton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Screen coming. To Taj Gibson. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. And count the basket inside.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Williams into the front court. Down by 1. Harkless. To Gilgeous-Alexander. From the painted area, won't go down. Payton with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Down low for Gibson. Clippers have it.
Come on, baby. You can't turn that ball over like that.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally. Shoot your shot.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Payton to Gibson. New York with 4 to shoot. He's looking for that touch. Williams across the timeline. His team up by 1. Lou Williams. He's 2 for 2 now.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout for the Knicks as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Defense. Defense. Let's go.
Payton.
Screen on your left. Screen on your left.
Knicks with 4 to shoot.
Cutter. Cutter. Get a tag.
4-3. That's how you defend.
Here we go. Here we go.
Miles Bridges. Tough make through traffic.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Peyton. Here comes the screen. Peyton. Lets it fly from long range. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go. Clamps on you. Let's go.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. LA with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Missed that one. His coach cannot be a happy camper.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
It's the Clippers with the possession now.
Me and you.
Williams slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Payton into the front court. They trail by 7. Nothing going here on that drive. No good.
I'm on D. I'm on D.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams.
Shot up, rebound.
Well defended, shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Lays it up and in.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Williams into the front court. Leads 5. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Payton. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Fires the 3.
I got him. Here we go.
Miles Bridges down to Green. Nice pass to get things going. Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Here we go.
Even to Zubats. Tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Nice pass to set things up. Has a chance. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. To Beverly. Williams. Lou Williams. 3 for 6 now.
Yes, sir. Way to shoot it, boy.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Payton with the basketball. His team down 9. To Taj Gibson. Not that time.
Here we go. My ball.
Miles Bridges to Beverly. To Williams. Here comes the screen. Williams. The Clippers with 4 to shoot.
Back door.
Here's a chance from long range and a chance coming up at the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
Miles Bridges at the line. Knocks down the first.
Good shot, boy.
And he misses the second.
Into the game for Los Angeles, number 0, Sindarius.
Can't take advantage. 1 for 3 at the line.
Pick up.
Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Missed it at the line. Beverly into the front court. His team on top by 8. Here comes the screen. To Beverly. Beyond the arc for 3. And the rebound taken by the big lefty, Monroe. Down to Randall. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Beverly. Here comes the screen. To Beverly. Down to 5 on the 24.
Shut up.
Won't go. He can do better than that. Possession lies with New York.
I got ball. Got him. Good trap.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Beverly into the front court. Leads 4. Driving right to the basket. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Beverly into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Old school equals high percentage.
Get down.
Beverly into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. The drive, right to the basket. Greg Monroe snatching it out of the air. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
My ball.
Oh yeah, let's double trap him. Yep.
Here we go. Trap this. Come on, we got it.
To Kevin Knox. New York with 4 to shoot. The screen sets him up for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
It's LA Clippers ball. Screen coming.
Screen right.
Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Beverly. Smothering D.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
That's it for the first half. The Clippers have the lead.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Clippers have themselves a narrow lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Knicks aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And that deficit is a negative, of course, but I do see it positive. I really like how they move the ball, keeping each other involved offensively. They've got a nice flow to their game today.
Game track. Assists.
We're seeing unselfish basketball in this matchup, with each team turning good shots into great shots. These squads really know how to let it flow.
Player of the half.
Beverly has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after 1 half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Clippers have the basketball.
I got him.
Leonard to Paul George.
I'm here.
Surveys the floor. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Hold on.
Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
You've been working on your game.
Come on, you knew that setup was coming the whole game. But you were patient and you waited until the right moment to use it.
To Leonard. Knicks come away with it. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Leonard. Short jumper misses. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Ivica Zubats, couple of free throws on the way. 71% for his career. First one goes down.
Heck yeah.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
To Julius Randle. Trying to cash in. Not today. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Good. Off a spin.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
New York Knicks basketball. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
I got ball. Pick up. Match up.
To Beverly. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Julius Randle. For three. And it's Beverly there to grab the rebound. To Leonard.
Block up. Here he comes.
Beverly. To Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. And count the basket.
Nice.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers.
Get the ball.
To Julius Randle.
Watch that back door.
Cashes in for 2.
I see you been working hard.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
LA Clippers with the basketball.
I got him.
Beverly to George. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
Hello.
Shot from the lane won't go. Beverly into the front court. Up 6. Free throws coming up.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Patrick Beverly at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 76% from the line. First try at the line, no good.
One time. Here we go.
So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second.
That's how we do it.
The possession lies with New York.
I got ball.
Probing the defense. To Kevin Knox. From long range. Kevin Knox forced that one. Well defended. Beverly to Leonard.
Close out.
Another chance. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
And the nice finish at the rim.
I like that.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
I got ball.
to Beverly. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Fires the 3. Off the mark. To Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
To Monroe. They go down low to Randall. The drive right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
And he finishes at the rim.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
I got ball.
To Paul George. And it's Monroe with the rebound. To Julius Randle. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line, because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Julius Randle. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Julius Randle at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 71% for his career. Off the mark at the line. Beverly into the front court. Leads one. George buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a three.
KNICKS with the basketball. Payton. Screen coming.
Screen.
Ellington in a matchup with Harkless. To Gibson. Doesn't get the bounce.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Here's Leonard for two. Off the mark. Payton into the front court. His guys trail now by 4.
Screen come on the left.
To Marcus Morris. 4-3. That's a 4th shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark.
Here we go. I got ball.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Paul George trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7.
Double. Double.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard to George. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Make it pick it up. Make it pick it up.
Lets it fly from long range. No good.
Hands up, hands up, hands up.
Leonard to Paul George.
Come on, you gotta work around the screen. You're killing me.
To Leonard. Has a look. That's what you come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
To Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Leonard to Beverly. Here comes the screen. George here against Taj Gibson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Whoa, what a finish.
Oh, that's nice.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. George lets it fly. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Fires the 3. Textbook defense. Shot from in close, no good. Over to the right side. Off the mark. Well contested.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Leonard. Has a chance. Shot by Leonard won't go. To Gibson. Here's a chance from long range, cleaning the offensive glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
I got him. Let's go.
Leonard to Beverly.
Screen, I got your help.
Beyond the arc for three. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Going to launch beyond the arc, and he hits.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Trying to cash in. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. Short jumper misses.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Yeah, just me and you, man. Let's go. What you got? Let's go. Pick him up.
Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Clippers are out in front. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. We've got a one-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money down the stretch. It's game time.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Payton. Knicks with 4 to shoot to Payton.
Watch the screen.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Elfrid Payton at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. Free throw try, off the mark. Beverly into the front court. His guys now down by a point. To Leonard. Curling inside. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Here comes the screen. Elfrid Payton, tough matchup against George. New York with 4 to shoot. For 3, that's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Beverly. Runner here won't go down. Julius Randle matched up with Paul George. Great pass to set it up. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Screen coming. Knicks with 4 to shoot. The shot by Payton won't fall. Leonard to George. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
New York with 4 to shoot from long range. Not that time. He misses. To Paul George.
I got ball. Let's go. Let's play deep. Play deep. Play deep. Wait on it.
Spinning shot. Won't fall. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Randall to Payton. Here comes the screen.
ISO. Me and you.
Kicks it around the perimeter to Kevin Knox.
Shots up.
And the rebound taken in by Beverly.
D up.
To Miles Bridges. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Keep working. Nice bucket.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Payton with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Here comes the screen. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Offensive rebound. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Here we go.
Big pick right there.
And draws the foul.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both, and you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
First one,
Yes, sir.
count it.
Okay, that's nice.
And gets both to drop at the line.
Good shot.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Payton into the front court. Now down 6. To Julius Randle. Not that time.
All right, lock in, make the next one.
It goes down.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Payton with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Nothing going here on that drive. No good and no foul. It's LA Clippers ball.
Here we go.
Williams
Here we go. In the stance. He's
to
coming in the
Beverly.
stance.
Missed a wide open look. Payton into the front court. Margins 8. Fires the 3. Is good.
Well, just the ability to step back and be able to knock that shot down, think about what that does to the defender, Ed. It makes the defender come out, which leads to the next setup, which is an easy drive to the rim. Look for that one coming soon.
And the result this time, another trifecta. Beverly to Miles Bridges. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Beverly into the front court. Up by 3. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. It'll stay Clipper basketball. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Won't go. To Payton. Down to Randall. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Clippers have the basketball.
I'm on D. I'm on D.
George.
Cut it, cut it, cut it.
Greg Monroe sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Don't turn the ball over, man. Come on, man.
I got him. I got him. Here we go.
Knicks have it.
Everybody get back. Get the shooters. Watch the shooters. Watch the shooters. Get back. Get back.
Count the bucket for two.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Paul George. Curling inside. Knocked loose. Knicks come away with it.
Cookies. Here we go. Here we go.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
New York in control of the basketball. Payton. Takes stock of the floor. Locked in.
Back door coming. Back door coming.
The shot by Payton won't fall. Beverly into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Greg Monroe sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Payton with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. And counted at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
I got ball. I got ball. I got something for him.
Here comes the screen. George. Scores from the post.
Get a hand up on that.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Payton into the front court. Leads one.
Right.
Knicks with 4 to shoot. Payton to Julius Randle. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Down low, George. Able to convert inside. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Screen.
Hey, left.
Payton to Kevin Knox. 4-3. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. LA Clippers with the basketball to Williams. It's George for 2. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Ah, you've got to get that one to go.
Wait on it.
I got him. That's me. I got ball.
Gilgeous-Alexander to George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Paul George fires, knocks it down off the step back.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
Payton with the basketball. His guys down 3. To Julius Randle. Won't go down.
Wait on it. Here we go. I got him.
Paul George, 4-2. Not that time.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Payton. New York with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. No good. No daylight. Great defense. It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Gilgeous-Alexander. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Payton into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Randle to Payton. From the painted area, won't go down. Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Hey, clear out. I got this.
Beverly to Leonard. Shot from in close, no good.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
The Clippers almost let this one get away from them, but they managed to get the victory. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Knicks are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Check out the leading scores for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Paul George gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming matchups for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Clippers edged out a close victory in today's game. You ask me? And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
For Complex News, I'm Pierce Simpson. The One proved again they belong in the league by securing a playoff seed after last night's victory. This is a big milestone for the rookie who delivered on high expectations in the pros after a year-long journey where he gained respect and buzz on the international street ball scene. We'll see whether or not this player can deliver on the NBA playoff stage. How far can the One go? Who knows? But we'll be watching. This is Pierce Simpson for Complex News. one proved again they belong in the league by securing a playoff seed after last night's victory. This is a big milestone for the rookie who delivered on high expectations in the pros after a year-long journey where he gained respect and buzz on the international streetball scene. We'll see whether or not this player can deliver on the NBA playoff stage. How far can the one go? Who knows? But we'll be watching. This is Pierce Simpson for Complex News. Simpson, the one proved again they belong in the league by securing a playoff seed after last night's victory. This is a big milestone for the rookie who delivered on high expectations in the pros after a year-long journey where he gained respect and buzz on the international streetball scene. We'll see whether or not this player can deliver on the NBA playoff stage. How far can the one go? Who knows? But we'll be watching. This is Pierce Simpson for Complex News.